Geometry Dash. Geometry Dash.
Greetings, salutations. Hey, how you doing? It is me, the Mindless One with Mindless Fun. Wow, it is been a little bit of time since I've had a chance to pop in and do any sort of a stream. So we'll see what's going on. In fact, I'll go ahead and allow you to comment and see what I'm doing here on this, and this being me working in what is essentially just in a create mod here, similar to what my buddy _gaming trucker is working on over on his channels. He is working on a project, a collaborative project with me and several other creators. We are going to be doing what is called Project Epsilon. If you have not watched it, if you have not seen his streams, you can go ahead and watch the vlog over on his Twitch channel, which is at _gaming trucker here on Twitch, or it is over on YouTube over at _gaming trucker over on YouTube. He may have a vlog over there, I don't know, or he may end up having his edited version, which I'll be honest with you, I saw a bit of that here. He forgot to mute certain areas of it and just kind of rambled on at one point here, but it kind of was, I don't know what's it's random bloody chaos. That's what happened. So with that here, I'm just going to go ahead, pop into a creative world, generate a creative world. I'm going to work on a few designs for a factory building, not any weird devices just yet. I have a test world already set up because I was trying to work on storage systems a while back here, but I didn't really care to get into building here now that I'm part of this whole creative experience, shall we say. I intend to fully participate. So with that, let me go ahead and switch on over to the gaming capture here, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so here we are. More specifically, let's go ahead and load into the world, my test world, and see what we got. There we are. Yeah, like I said, I was working a little bit on storages and transferring between storages and whatnots here. I really don't normally know or didn't know how to work this stuff originally. So this is just me running a little bit of a experimentation. So I'm gonna move a ways away from here, and we'll start working on something else here. Let's get rid of this. I don't think I'll need that anymore. What I do need I need building blocks, and I don't know what kind of building blocks to use at the moment. I should make use of some of the creative, or the create building blocks here. I do have some other stuff here that's loaded in on the, on the thing that I have here, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. In the meantime, let's see what I can. Let's see what I can muck around with here. And of course, we got zinc and all this wonderful stuff here, but I don't need any. I'm not going to be working on any contraptions or any big builds. Okay, this is not something that I want to do. Do I want to work with this stuff here? Do I want to make some... Well, I should probably try to work some of this other stuff here. Polished cut? Ooh. No. Could probably use ochre. I wish Tantali was here. He could at the very least take the blame for if I mess something up here. Let's see, do we have any other things in here that I could use? We have bricks, we have all sorts of other stuff here. Tough. Yeah, that's right. We get tough. But I really don't know what else to use at the moment. Blackstone? No, not really. Quartz? We don't have access to quartz at the moment. We have copper. So much copper. But I don't feel like oxidizing any of it here, or worse yet, having somebody else try to do any oxidization of it. No. Let's see. The factory's building wall and out, you know, a wall itself should be made out of some sort of brick or stone. But we don't have a whole lot of clay to speak of. I hate the fact that I'm going to have to go out and get stuff like this here. I could refine it further here and just make my lab set, or not my lab setup, my setup for the workshop. No. I'm thinking... Let's go back to the create decorative. These are shingles. I like the way these shingles look here. Maybe I can use... Do they have copycat panels in here? They do. Copycat panels and steps. I may use these steps. I don't know. May not. I don't know. I'd like to get some more... I'd like to get some angles on this stuff here, but no. Oh yeah, they got cardboard now. Yeah. I need to turn off the alerts on my phone here. Otherwise, I'm going to get a bunch of notifications at this time. And I really don't want to do that. Okay. I don't think I want any copper. Oh, these window panels are look nice. What kind of... Okay, we have glass door, framed glass door. I'm thinking an andesite door would probably be good. So I may end up going with some of the andesite. Now, oh, layered andesite. Let's go with cut polished. And that's diorite. I don't want to use any of that. Dripstone slabs and stuff here. I don't want to do any of those. Deep slate has a lot of use. Yeah, deep slate definitely has an awful lot of use. I would love to have that. Actually, deep slate pillars may come in handy. I'll take those. Cut deep slate bricks. Layered deep slate plates. Polished cut deep slate. We'll see. But for sure, I want... I'll take cut andesite bricks for some of the floor and... Alright, there we go. I need to keep that one handy because that's going to end up being very, very necessary. Alright. Alright, we're a ways away from everything here, so let's go ahead. Let's bulk out a perimeter. There is a spot that I've found over on the Project Epsilon map. Don't ask how I found that here. Terry doesn't need to know. But I found a spot over on the Project Epsilon map, and I want to make a nice little factory over there because there's no dinosaurs or anything like that on that end here, so I want it there. This may be a bit too big. Yeah, that might be big enough right there. We can always expand later. Okay. And this is just bulking out the foundation here. We're not making anything create-wise here. I mean, come on. Much as I would love to just say, hey, let's make a whole bunch of factory equipment and put it in there here. No, where's the point? What's the point? A lot of this stuff needs to be built by hand anyway. I mean, building it by hand, that's part of the process here. But having a schematic cannon will help me out immensely for setting up the factory. And I fully intend to make a small workshop. I say a small workshop here. With Create Mod, everything is quote-unquote small. But since I currently don't have... since I currently don't have access to the save file, I can't pre-measure anything here. I can't... You know, Terry has just set up everything the way he feels it should be set up here, so I'm going to have to work with his initial designs in the main base area. So yeah, so far, right now, just getting the foundations out here. I think I like this stone a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely like this. I like this stone for a floor. This will be good. I add some texturing in here and there with some different different bits of andesite. We'll see. I am not going to have any big factory setup going on in my in the save file that I'm going to be having access to. I'm not going to have anything big set up until I get to the factories. The factories are what's going to be producing everything from components to, just resources in general. I do not know. I'm fairly certain I don't have a way to produce things like ammunition, because it doesn't have a create equivalent. I'm pretty sure there might be a add-on that'll help with that here, but I haven't seen it yet. So until then, all ammunition and such is going to need to be handled by hand, which is going to be my job, since Mr. I'm going to trap a T-Rex and a couple of T-Rexes in a paddock here, decided, hey, let me go use most of the ammunition on trying to get these T-Rexes in a paddock. Okay, so these, again, just the foundation so far. I haven't decided to put anything on the outer wall. And I'm doing most of this by hand anyhow, just because, why not? I could use commands to fill these areas here, but what's the point? What's the point of loading into a creative world here and doing this yourself, if you're not going to do it yourself? So once I'm done setting up this particular building, I'm going to go ahead and load a schematic and have it ready to go for when it's time for me to add this into Project Epsilon. Hopefully, I'll have enough resources ready for making a schematic cannon. I'll need to make some bulk smelters and bulk what's the word I'm looking for here? Bulk smelters and bulk washers. I wouldn't mind making some haunters, because let's face it, you get more resources that way. And I'm not going to time-lapse any of this here. This is just going to go straight up on my vlogs. You're not going to see any of this in a clip, or a good. actually would be something cool that I could do. I may just have this in a little clip. When I do start running Project Epsilon, I'm not going to have my setup here. I'm going to have it heavily edited so that it'll just be, you know, from a first-person perspective. You may end up having my little guy in the corner, just providing a little bit of commentary here. But he's gonna, I'm gonna add some filters to him to make it look like it's a HUD. I think I should be able to do that. I'll fool around with that later off stream. And actually, oops, I knew I forgot something. I need to mute myself over here on Discord because I know these knuckleheads are gonna try and do something. Yeah, somebody's pointing out the errors that Terry made in his video. That's probably why he removed his TikTok post here, because there was a overlap of sound. He should just give me he should just give me his voiceover, his time frame of where he wants it to go, and just give me the just give it to me for editing. I should get paid for that. I should get paid for that. I should definitely get paid for being his editor. There we go. I should probably add the wands to this next time. That way building up would make everything so much easier. Construction wands do work wonders. This is a pretty big build. Not the biggest build I've ever done. I've actually done a temple once that took a good amount of space, and it was, I say a good amount here, it took up at least 3 chunks, and definitely was not the, what am I saying here? It took up at least 3 chunks, it was visible on a map, and quite honestly, really looked like it was looked like it was heavily Greek inspired. Was it I forgot what it was, like Temple of Athena sort of inspired. Can't remember the temples other than Temple of Athena here. I don't remember the actual building's name. Not off the top of my head right now. Okay. Almost done with the foundation. can probably keep the floor nice and clean here. I wonder if I should put any, whatchamacallums here? Designs on the floor. This should be a good floor plan, or at least a level 1. I should have some stairs that go up. I'm going to put the wall to the building on the outside here. I say wall. I should have some sort of a tapered base. Let's see. No, not that. It is closed. It's currently just a project that several. By the way, hey Dave. Yeah, it is a closed project. It's not a. It's not an open community server just yet, Dave. I say just yet. I don't know if there is plans to make it a server. I was just roped into this here, and I thought, hey, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, these are the ones that I'm looking for. I wish I knew a little bit more about what to expect when it comes to Terry, but it's Terry. I mean, what can you expect when it comes to Terry other than sheer unadulterated chaos? Let's see. Should I... Actually, you know what? No. For this, we should do this. Every so often. I should have used the Wand of Symmetry. Now, I don't know if you got to watch Terry, stream Project Epsilon live, but yeah, it's not going to be hardcore, thankfully. Because if it was hard, I'm not measuring any of this, am I? Okay. Let's first go over here. There we go. Like I said, I don't know if you got to watch any of it live. It's not hardcore. It's quite literally just survival, but there's nothing but dinosaurs. Yeah, there's nothing but dinosaurs. He's removed all of them. Why? He's removed all of the normal mobs that spawn. There are no zombies. There are no skeletons. There are no ghosts of any kind here. There are no... The only thing that spawns from vanilla Minecraft are the passive mobs and the villagers. I don't know if the iron golems still spawn or not. I'm fairly certain they don't. Okay, let's see. There are raptors. There are raptors, and unfortunately, they are ridiculously smart. And I mean, when I say ridiculously smart, I mean Holy crud. Those things can see through windows. Sort of smart. Okay. So, yeah. Don't think that you can get away from them here. They will track you inside of buildings. Hey, Kofi Bot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Kofi Bot. Yeah, I got to sit in on Terry streaming here, and Overworld anchors. Overworld anchors. What do you mean by overworld anchors? Oh, as a decoration. Okay. Who knows? I might use them in a build at some point here, but right now, this is just me prepping a factory here. This is just a factory building that I'm prepping in order to basically set up a nice little factory for that what's the word I'm looking for? For that massive continent that we have here. Terry thought it was just going to be an island. Unfortunately, it is not an island. It is a continent. And a very massive one at that. We may even get some creator commentary from some of the other creators that are involved in the project. I gotcha. We're trying not to do too much stuff that's related to other people's stuff here. The only thing I'm doing here as it's getting too dark for me. There we go. The only thing I'm going to be doing as part of my when I get a hold of the save here is I'm going to be setting up some facilities, maybe doing some demonstrational videos showing everybody how to work the machines and watching them fail spectacularly. You know? How many did I actually make here? We're going to be using the create mod. So, that's my whole spiel is going to be learning how to use that and setting up some basic facilities for everybody to use here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. Let's see. 27 should be right about here. That looks about even. All right. I need some stairs. I think these will work. There, that'll work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some pillars on the other sides of these. Some pillars here, like I was doing originally. These will be just pillars that it'll frame the outside here. Yeah. Unfortunately, since I started saying, hey, I like the create mod here, Terry decided to say, hey, you like the create mod? Let's do it. Let's do what? Let's work with the create mod. Oh boy. My words exactly. Oh boy. So now I've got to prove that I'm at least a little bit competent. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of... I'm probably going to be doing a lot of working on just random crud here and there. Right now, just the building, getting it all set up. And while I'm doing it in creative here. I'm get the building set up, and then I'm gonna transfer it over using the schematic cannon in the main save through here, and let it go to town. The only problem I foresee is making sure that I get a buttload of gunpowder, which, if I'm not mistaken, can be got by refining specific elements. Actually, let's go ahead and see here. Gunpowder, here we are. Yeah, I can get crushed raw zinc and wash that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna be way too hard. First, I'd have to make potions of harming, and then make cinder flour. That's just gonna be too much work here. Just better to go ahead and crush the raw zinc. And that means I'm going to need to get brass first, because I'm going to need to make a mechanical, or not a mechanical, I'm going to need to make grinding wheels here. Not grinding wheels, what are they called here? Crushers, right? Yeah, crushing wheels. Ugh. My only saving grace is that those crushing wheels are going to be a little easier to make once I get brass, and brass is going to be the hard part. I need to get blaze spawners, for crying out loud. Or I need to get access to a blaze spawner. Metal girders. I don't need girders. I do, however, need... What are these here? Industrial weathered iron windows here. No. Actually, let's go ahead and put the door. We'll just have a regular door here. And I did say I want the andesite, so let's set the andesite door there. I like the andesite door. And for the outer wall, let me just get the outer wall set up here, and then I plan on going back over, seeing if I can add some texture to it. Make it look a little more lived in, if that makes sense. If this becomes if this becomes a server, I honestly would not mind that. Having a bunch of people come in, try to survive, capture dinosaurs, make a park here for themselves. That'd be pretty cool. I think my only real concern is I don't know the limits of the schematic cannon, so I don't know if it's going to be able to get all of this down. Why am I doing this here? There we go. Now I remember why I was doing it, because it's easier to do it this way. Okay. Okay, so almost done with this first. What are you doing here?
Huh?
What are you doing here?
How did you get that amazing sound?
Uh-huh.
How about you go away? I think my only saving grace is that they're not going to be any mobs that spawn where I'm going to be setting this up here, other than maybe mushrooms. So I shouldn't have any foolish those guys popping up here. In fact,
Uh-huh.
go away. Okay, so the wall needs to go up a little bit more here. Get rid of that. Yeah, I was already fooling around with stuff already, so... Yeah, Dave, I don't know if you actually saw this earlier here. I was fooling around in this world earlier, testing storages and delivery systems on how to, properly set them all up. And I'm gonna do something similar on Project Epsilon. Just gonna get all this set up here first. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to have to set up a whole slew of stuff here for Project Epsilon. Yay! Streaming, recording, all sorts of gloriously golden stuff. I wish Terry would have given me access to the world save of his of the home base here before he started playing, because that would make it that'd make it easier for me to plan out how I'm going to set things up when I get in there. I need to figure out how to set up. I've never used the schematic cannon, so I'm going to be using that to set this particular factory up. I'm going to have a whole. I'm going to have essentially an iron processing machine here on the first floor. I'm going to have I should have a gold processing machine on the second floor here, as well as several smaller things to produce. I really need to... I'm trying to figure out what all I'm going to need. But in order for me to make more ammunition, I'm going to need to crush things. And in order to crush something, like crushing zinc, you need crushing wheels. And it needs an awful lot of kinetic force. Ugh. Let's see here. Yeah, tough ends up giving us a lot of good stuff that we can use. It gives us a lot of gold. It does give us a lot of flint, though. I don't need a whole lot of it. Let's see, what else do we get that we might... let me see. I need gunpowder here again. And it's only by washing that. Okay. Okay. And of course, somebody's mowing. I'm gonna go ahead and mute for a little bit while somebody's mowing nearby. Actually, give me a second. Some of the stuff that's in the decoration, like these scaffoldings, these are going to be pretty good. And set bars, but do we have any? Okay, we don't have anything that's going to be functioning as walkways and catwalks, so I'm going to have to make do with a lot of copycat panels, specifically these copycat steps, andesite scaffoldings, stuff like that, in order to set things up properly here. What the? But I think this may almost be tall enough. May almost be tall enough. I think I may come over to these corners here and change the block typing here, just so that we can have a nice little trim on the sides of the buildings. May even do something similar to that around the door. Yeah, I think I may do something like that around the door. This is just the factory. This is just the factory that I'm making. Not making the machinery that goes inside of it here, because Lord knows that's going to be a pain in the butt. Now, Terry went ahead and did a lot of resource grabbing, so I will have a lot to work with. But in order for me to better have a working anything, I'm going to need to set up a tunnel bore as well as a processing facility. meaning I say processing facility. I'm going to need a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to need a lot of things that are going to be processing. I'm going to need a storage to hold all of the blocks, because the blocks come in handy. Much as I would love to say the blocks don't come in handy, they come in ridiculously handy. For one reason or another, blocks are going to be a thing. So I'll keep those on hand. I'll have a specific storage facility specifically for blocks that people can just come in and, grab as much as they want of it. Any of the blocks that I can mine up here. I'll have a specific in here. I'll probably have a very specific whatchamacallit here. I'll probably have a specific crusher specifically to crush up any resources that we might have, such as, again, gold, or any sort of ores, any sort of blocks like Viridian, Azurite, Crimsite, those kinds of or those kinds of stones here. But those kinds of materials here, they also make good building blocks. So having a way to access that stuff is going to be paramount. I kind of want to make the storage keepers. I kind of want to make them blazes. And just call them constructs that I've made. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Whoa! Ah! Hey, Thantali. Scared the bejeebers out of me there. Woo! Well done. Welcome, Thantali. Now, if anything goes wrong, I can blame you. You caught me in the middle of making the factory building. Yeah, yuck it up. Yeah, I'm making the factory building here. I need to remember to request some soul sand from Terry when he gets on Epsilon next. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm unlike Terry. I'm willing to wait until you're here so that I can blame you. Oh, that's terrible. I can't believe I did that. That's terrible. I can't believe I did that. Actually, I can totally believe I did that. There we go. Yeah, Terry is inconsiderate in that he will blame you no matter whether you're there or not. I will wait until you're within earshot to blame you. But you caught me in the middle of planning the factory building. I'm just... Not only am I planning it, I am going to load it up in a schematic cannon and see if it works. And if it works, awesome. I'll save the schematic and load it up into Project Epsilon, and then we'll just let it go from there. But I'm gonna have to get a whole bunch of other resources that are going to be completely necessary for me to be able to process things like great. I hate working in unclear weather. Ah, yes. Let me pull that up here. This is the schematic cannon. The schematic cannon essentially is a think of it like a 3D printer. It prints buildings and structures and machines that you load into it. It uses things like this schematic table, any materials that you might need here, not the train schedule, these schematics here, and it will basically allow you to construct anything relatively quickly. Yeah, so I'm gonna make one, and then set this up here, but I'm gonna need to get some other resources first in order to do it here, because I'm gonna need gunpowder, and Terry turned off all of the hostile mobs that generate gunpowder. So this means I'm going to need to refine the gunpowder myself. There's only one way to do that in the create mod, and that is by washing, and I'm going to go ahead and show you here. Yeah, don't worry about it, because all you have to do is wash crushed raw zinc, and he's already collected a lot of zinc for me. So all I'm going to need to do is create a washing station and wash all of the zinc to get, some zinc nuggets as well as some gunpowder. Gunpowder is going to be the thing that I need to get. The only problem with that is, in order to get crushed raw zinc, I need to crush the zinc. Yeah, I need to crush the raw zinc in order to get crushed raw zinc, as well as some nuggets of experience. I want these as well. We're going to be using the create mod, in case you didn't realize that. So I'm pretty sure he showed you that here. A lot of the stuff that I'm using right now in the creation of this lovely building here are actually things that are found inside the create mod itself here, specifically the decorative portion of it here. These are cut andesite bricks, deep slate pillars, deep slate stairs, and andesite stairs. Brick stairs here, as well as cut andesite bricks. So I'm probably going to come through here with some different blocks here and just give it a little bit of texturing. Oh, and these little doors here that you probably saw last night are andesite doors here that Terry got. These are also standard in the create mod. Oh, I also did a little bit of fiddling around with storages and distribution stuff here. So you can essentially have well, I haven't given the cat a name yet. I should call him something like Mittens or something like that. But essentially, you need a stock keeper, you need a stock ticker, Yeah, Kincaid's payment here. Click to retrieve. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, there's the stock ticker. There's the frog dispensers. All of this stuff here just goes to create this. And yeah, there's the Kofi bot again. Yeah, like this here. I can send these here to another different location just by doing that. And it goes to wherever I send it. And the frog eats it, puts it inside this little packager, and the packager puts it inside this. Overall, it's a nice little system. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set that up just yet. But that's something that I can use to make this a really, really cool looking distribution center. As well as these little chain drives here. These chain drives here are not just good for that. They're also good for, well, let me show you. I can run around on these things. They make for a good conveyance system here. For like a little zip line or something. So I'm looking forward to making those, you know, making like a zip line or something. I know, right? I'm looking forward to making like a little zip line for us to get around on. Not quite sure how to set that up just yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Now, the only question I have now is, how do I want to... Oh, sweet, merciful God, you're going to try and set one of those up here? All right, I can help with that. There's a couple of real simple ones here that you don't need to do anything really fancy for. But it's only going to be used to work with iron. You won't be able to do anything else, unfortunately. Let's see here. Hey, everybody, welcome the underscore gaming trucker. Terry, how's it going? And yes, I will help you out with that here. Don't worry about it. I'm just being dramatic. Overly dramatic. And guys, let me know if there's any sort of delay. I'm not seeing it here, but it's always good to know whether or not I have one or not. And actually, Terry, the one that I'm going to probably have you set up is actually pretty simple. You don't need a whole lot of stuff for it. I'm just curious to whether or not you're going to be able to set it up. We'll see. Let's see. I want to come around these corners here and make a sort of trim. What kind of trim do I want to add to this? Well, we're not going to use blocks of brass, because those are very precious and I need to use them. Well, if you're on your phone, it's probably that. Yeah, I'd say that's probably it. Let's see, I don't need that in there. What is that? Block of industrial iron. Industrial iron would be good. Actually, Block of industrial iron. Oh, I gotta cut an iron ingot into this stuff? Okay. So mod mode, I don't know what could be causing that. I know there's always a slight delay here and there for when I stream here, because I'm essentially multi-streaming. But I didn't think it was that big of a delay. Maybe it's because you're in mod mode here. I kind of want you guys in mod mode though, because y'all are going to be the big, bot fighters here. But I understand. I've already used cut deep slate here. I don't want to use any more of that here. Maybe I can use tough. Tough for an accent? Yeah, that could work. Ah. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, I like that. I like how that's turning out. Give mod mode a refresh. Every so often, I've noticed that there is sometimes a little bit longer of a delay when you're in mod mode. But whenever I've refreshed, it'll usually catch up here. And again, it'll delay after a bit. And I'm wondering if that's probably just an issue with the Twitch side here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is going to be good. Oh, no. Stop that. Doing all this by hand here. I didn't load any wands into this world here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and There we go. And I'm not gonna put any contraptions or anything else in here just yet. This is just the building design. Oh, Terry. These were the storages that I was talking about here. Basically, I don't technically need the frog there. That's just there because I was playing around with the distribution. But essentially, you can have yourself a mob sit here. He gets himself a little teller's hat, but I think the teller's hat was originally meant for Blazes, because technically speaking, he should be having that on his head, not in front of him. But you can essentially withdraw this stuff here. Let me do it like that here. What are you doing? You technically, you're not supposed to do that here. If you don't have these chain drives and the frog up there, technically it doesn't do anything. I probably will give him names here in a little bit, but right now, this was just proof of concept and try to see if I can't get some sort of a distribution framework loaded here. And essentially, that's all it really was here. And I got the chicken over here, Sir Clux-a-Lot, and Mr. Oinkers. These were just areas that I could set up here. Oh! Terry. Look at this. Okay. Whee! I'm going to set these up. I am going to set these up all over the place. I'm going to set these up all over the place here as a means for us to get all over the place. Granted, they need power, and right now since I'm in creative, I was just kind of fooling around, and I used, creative power to get it running here. But I can essentially use water wheels or a windmill to power these things. Heck, I could even probably use a steam engine to power these things here. I'd rather not have to do that because it causes lag. Yep, zip lines, exactly. We could use these to travel. We can use these to travel around. All we need is a high enough shaft and these chain drives, and they can go at angles. I just did these on level here just because I was testing something out. Come to figure out, I could have made these a lot longer, but yeah. All you need is that and a lot of chain. So that iron farm, that simple iron farm that you want to make, is going to be very helpful in getting the framework done for a lot of this stuff. But I am going to go ahead and have... I may not have the frogs here. But I'm going to have several of these little... these storage bins here essentially set up here so that they will hold different... what's the word I'm looking for here? Different inventories of stone and whatnot here. And each one of them will have a little teller to operate it here. They can be a villager. Villagers can be sat here. Any kind of mob can be sat here. I don't want to put any dinosaurs in these. Okay? I'm never going to put any dinosaurs in these. If I find that you've replaced any of my tellers with dinosaurs, Terry, I'm going to bop you. I'm going to take my wrench and I'm going to bop you. Okay. So, now I need to finish up this part here, and this will make this is just going to be the framework here. Everything else I'm going to add on the inside here. I'll probably have some andesite scaffoldings. And Dentali, get him. Dentali, get him. Yeah, we'll just add him to the... If you could add that message to the... if you can add that to the banned list, or list of words here, that'd be great. Let's see, I don't need any more layered... Should I... I want to put something different for the roof here. We're going to have an awful lot of... Terry? Terry? No. No, Terry. Bad Terry. I don't want to use granite for this or calcite. Let's go with layered andesite here, see how it looks. Actually, that does kind of a nice little look to it here. These are all decorative blocks that are that can be found in the Create mod. So I am looking forward to working with all of these different variations of cut blocks. Terry, you need to get me some soul sand as well. Soul sand is going to come in very, very handy when it comes to producing certain materials. Certain materials that are going to be very hard to produce. If you don't get me soul sand, at least get me soul soil, because that'll come in handy too. Actually, get me both. And again, no dinosaurs. Dinosaurs don't know how to work delicate machinery. I had to train the cat. The cat was not trainable, but I did it. They said you can't train a cat. I proved them wrong. But this is going to be the foundation. This is what I'm going to use the schematic cannon for. I am looking forward to using the schematic cannon. By the way, Terry. Oh. Next episode, Into the Unknown. Indeed. Ah. I kind of almost want to set up some smokestacks in here just to make it look like there's like it's in production already, even though it's not. I may do that anyway. Flint and steel. It's an old project, Project Void. Go in there, access the Nether, and get me exactly what I need. I'm not asking for blazes. I'll get those on my own here. But I need soul things here. Thank you for adding that to the blocked term list. Thantali, thank you very much. They really trying everything to get through some of the blocked stuff here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they. I don't know why they bother here. Nobody's. I say nobody's dumb enough to click on it here. That there's bound to be someone who's dumb enough to click on it. I also don't know the limits of the schematic cannon. So this is as big as I want to try and make it at the moment. I need to get some lights in here too. I'm on a peaceful world right now. Yep. Your gerb is doing... Your gerb security is good here. You are in no risk of losing it. You have earned your 1 lentil for the month. Ah. Get out of my house. I should add some torches. Just so that I can make sure that nothing else spawns in here while I'm getting everything set up. These torches will not be included in the yeah, they won't be included in the final design here, but they are going to be here just so that I can prevent things from spawning, like these little bats. Alright, let's see here. There we go. I really like that effect that the layered andesite has here. My only problem is before I even set this up here, I'm going to need to create crushing wheels in order to get enough gunpowder to be able to make this stuff a reality. Now, as I was telling Thantali earlier, I'm going to need to make the crushing wheels in order to get crushed zinc. Crushed zinc, when it's washed, turns into gunpowder and zinc nuggets. You get more zinc nuggets for your buck than you do just smelting it. So I'm glad that Nidal got you to stop smelting that stuff here. Only smelt what you need here. Leave the rest to me, please. I'm gonna have to figure out an actual lighting situation in here. I don't think we have quite enough prismarine lights over at Epsilon base, so I'm going to assume, or Site Alpha, I guess it is. So I'm not going to assume we have any here. I'm going to have to figure out how to get other types of light in here. I may just have to make a bunch of lanterns. Actually, Create should have some lanterns, shouldn't it? Let's see here. Let's see. No, it doesn't. Base Create does not have lanterns. Does it have any lights? Nope. Valve handles. Oh, those come in handy. Those are definitely going to come in handy. Hey, Rehab King gave a shout out to 9 viewers 4 minutes ago. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Rehab King. I didn't think there was a raid here. There wasn't no raid here, was it? Nope. I blame Thantali for that one. See, Thantali, unlike Terry, I wait for you to be here for me to be able to... Again, that goes back to, I wait for you to be here for me to be able to blame you for something. Terry just blames you whether you're here or not. Yeah, I didn't know anything about it either. It just showed up in the activity feed here that Rehab King gave me a shout out to 9 viewers. I'm not quite sure how that happened here, or I don't know why I didn't get an alert for it here. But there was no alert, and I'm pretty sure this wasn't a raid here. It just says shout out. Either way, I'm appreciative of it. He's the one that raided Terry the other time here, those other times here. So I'm thankful for that here. Looking out for the little guy. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. I could have told you that was gonna end up happening. Oh, so you're the one shouting me out here, huh? Thantali, I appreciate the exposure. You are the coolest. And I may not blame you for much here, but when I do blame you for something here, it's usually your fault. In this case, I am going to blame you for the shout out. So, thanks a lot for that. Seriously, dude. Thanks a bunch for pointing me out to another streamer here. Yeah, this is definitely it's Thantali's fault sort of a situation. I know this is kind of a boring little build stream here, but this is kind of what I wanted to do. Just build this on stream and make it presentable and see the limits of the schematic cannon. I'm going to have to take a look and see how to create the schematic. I'm going to have to ponder it. And I don't even have an orb with which to ponder. Oh no. Oh, Terry, come on. Fantali didn't do that here. Well, he might have tripped you. Fantali, did you trip Terry? Eh. Am I ready for what? What did you do? What did you do? Fantali, what did you do? Fantali, what did you do? Fantali? I'm scared. Fantali, do I need to time you out? Terry, I take it back. It was totally Fantali's fault. I take it back. It was totally his fault. Fantali, what did you do? You're not saying anything, and that scares me. Scares me when Terry does it, too. Now now I'm paranoid. Now I'm paranoid. I am so totally paranoid. What the hell? Don't laugh. I don't know what you did behind the scenes. I don't know what you did behind the scenes.
Rehab King rated your channel with 11 viewers.
Holy heck. Hey guys. Welcome. First ever raid. Rehab King. Holy heck. Welcome. How's it going? Thanks for the raid. I'm guessing this is what Fantali was meaning. Howdy. Oh God. I don't know whether I should be happy, sad, or a little bit on the confused side. I'm gonna go with confused here. It goes, Rehab King. It goes. I was not expecting a raid. I was definitely not.
Man.
Dauntless Wubs followed your channel.
Dauntless Wubs, thanks for the follow. Holy heck. 11 viewers. That's the most viewers I've ever had in a long while here.
Oh man.
Rehab King followed your channel.
Rehab King. Guys, thanks. Thanks so much. Oh crap. Okay, I need okay, whoa. Okay. I need to take a moment here. Okay, I'm gonna come over here for real quick. Holy heck, guys! I appreciate it. Yeah, I am the mindless one. I usually like to do just mindless things for fun. I am usually not at a loss for words. I appreciate everybody stopping in here for this raid. Wah, the Emperor. Wah. Oh, God. Yeah, eventually I'm hoping to get that, but holy heck. Guys. Woo. Well, I suppose I need to change the counter here. The counter... Oh, finally it changed over. Guys, wow. Yeah, I typically like to do a lot of variety things here, but for the most part, you'll find me streaming here with Minecraft. You'll find me streaming here with I forgot that here. No Man's Sky. Any other game that I happen to feel particularly drawn to. But, oh. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind making money here if I became an affiliate. Good grief. You can find me at the locations down below me here. The red play button app or YouTube. You can find me here. You can also find me over on Blue Sky with that name here. I just post my art here, which I do art streams every so often. Tentalia will vouch for me there. Nice to meet you too, Rehab. Good Lord, I'm both. Yeah, I've been there. Don't worry. I appreciate you stopping by here. While my art is still improving, it's not bad. And thank you for the hearts, Rehab. I appreciate it. This is one more step towards getting affiliated, I suppose. Thank you so much for stopping by. And everybody who's going to stick around here, I hope you like what you see here. I'm going to go ahead and return to the game capture. I'm going to continue to make my... and I appreciate it. I'm going to probably try to do the same. If I still have any people still here, I'll raid somebody else and send the love elsewhere. All right, now with that, back to the game capture here. Got to finish up my factory so that I can get this ready for Project Epsilon, which _gaming trucker is currently running. As soon as it's my turn, I'm going to be building this thing here. I am indeed the right-hand floating head. I did indeed do those overlays here. In fact, the overlay that you see here, that's all me. That's all me. I appreciate it here. In fact, the little reactive image here, that is also all me. I only have a couple of toggles here for him, mostly because I didn't want to get bogged down with too many emotions, because too many emotions is too choatic. Thanks, Rehab. And there we go. I think that may just be the factory building. All right, let's see here. It's got vermin in here. I need to figure out a lighting situation. And I appreciate everybody stopping in here. This was actually pretty awesome. All right, and again, I'm gonna have to find somebody to raid afterwards here. Thantali, get on that. Find somebody for me to raid after I'm done here. Hopefully, it's not somebody that I'm. Hopefully, it's somebody that I'm able to work with here. Let's see here. This is the wrong one here. I need you. I'm going to need more chains. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff here. And we'll just go ahead and get some lantern. Why am I taking this many lanterns? I just need the one. There we go. And, yeah, no worries, bud. I will let you know. I may have, yeah, we'll go ahead and put that there. Should I do that? Nah. We'll just put it up at the top here. Go down until we get about right here. Add another one. Just as we're getting here, then we go there. There we go. And we'll just do that all the way across here. Let's get rid of these torches here, because they're going to be throwing me off a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to have something on the lower floor here, some sconces or something. But I'm not sure if I want to do that just yet here. There we go. Go away. Yeah, that looks like it could work. I'm gonna have to come in here and deal with all the pests. I don't want Terry to go around getting me a whole bunch of other stuff here, though, because I'm gonna end up owing him a lot. Well, it is definitely appreciated. First raid. First ever raid. Holy heck, guys. Thank you so much. And Thantali, this is totally your fault here, and I am blaming you for being really awesome. Okay? How dare you be that awesome? Okay, there we go, and right there. As well you should. You should take the blame for this. Okay, this is going to inadvertently turn into a bat factory if I'm not careful. Let's see, I need to be directly below this. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's go back to right about... Okay, yeah. Right about here. Oh, nope, it's not right there. Right there is where it needs to be. There we go. I'm just going to light this up as best we can. Yeah, that works. Oh, too far back. There we go. Let's see here. What is it? I've been at this for only about an hour here. Good. Oh, almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's still not bad. That's still not bad for a good stream here. I think I'm only gonna. Oh yeah, look at that. That's much better.
What the fuck are you doing, Mark?
I did not realize that was going to be... Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. And there. There we go. I hear. I heard him. You heard him, right? I think he's outside. Yeah. Yeah, he's around here somewhere. Let's... Get out of my way. Let's see here. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? There you are. Go away. Go away. Bad enough I've got these guys over here making noises. I don't need you coming around here to me to make noise. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And there we go. All right. That's lit up. I want to get some sort of lighting in the floor. For lighting along the edges here. But the only lights that I can see that we might end up getting here are frog lights, which are going to be hard to get because it would require going into the nether, and I don't think we have any magma cubes that spawn there at the moment. So shroom lights are going to be my next best thing here. Or glowstone. I don't like the fact that I'm going to have to pick something here for that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make some sconces on the side here. Let's see. Sconces. What can I make those sconces out of here? I'm not making it out of tough. I'm not making it out of tough. Or should I? Whoop. Let's see here. I'm not going to make it out of tough. Should I make it out of mossy stone brick walls? No. Stone brick walls? Yeah, let's go with stone brick walls. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to need something out here in the center. I definitely am going to need something out there in the center. I just don't know what I'm going to need just yet. This is only a 2-floor factory here. Typically speaking, A lot of factories tend to be much bigger, but this is just a starting factory. It's not going to be, uber big or anything like that here to start off with. I can always expand it later. Expand it, make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever I want. Oh. Right there. And let's see here. This one there. Right there. All right, and one more right there. Stay still. Die. Die. There we go. Ugh. Those are annoying me. Okay. And I'm thinking the floors are just going to be scaffolding. Not scaffolding, the andesite scaffolding, to make it look a little bit more industrialized. So, there we go. Okay. I think I want to put some light strips on the floor, just to kind of prevent, just to prevent more spawning. I hate that. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need something on the floor to prevent things like bats from spawning. See, not even a second. Not even a second. Let's get some glowstone in here. We'll just make a bunch of large patterns here of glowstone. We'll just call it industrial lighting. Yeah, we'll just call it industrial lighting. Factory paths here. And all I'm really doing right now is just going over these areas that are, really, really dark. And adding this glowstone here. I'm not going to make the whole floor out of this here because that's going to be resource intensive here. And I'm not even trying to make it all that heavy here with this. I'm not trying to, but it's probably going to end up being that way. right, and wasn't trying to make it symmetrical before here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just make it symmetrical. Ah. Okay. I think we'll do. No. Let's. I'm not gonna make it like that here. Let's just make it square. Those bats are gonna drive me crazy. I'm already being driven batty. How dare you honk at me? I appreciate the honk, though. Keeps me nice and awake. Let's see here. All right, let's see if we can't. Go, and let's make one more across here. Actually, let me see. Is there a way to create this? Hey, Terry. Found another way to make nether quartz and some glowstone here. If you can get as much prismarine crystals as you possibly can here, that'd be great. If you're even still here. I don't know if you're even still here. Oh, well. Let's see here. And that's another shopping list here that I'm going to have to leave you. There we go. We are getting everything set up here just as we need to. Alright, and here we go. Grid lighting. Natural, a phosphorescent. And let's see here, slash. Ah. Eh. Oh well. These guys are annoying me. Well, I was hoping I could kill kill all of them here. No, 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 no. Nah. Yeah, I didn't even put this at spawn. I had to go all the way over there. Why am I doing this? There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. There we go. That actually looks like a proper factory building. Get rid of all these torches. Okay. Front, back, and side to side. It looks nice. I was thinking about adding texturing, but I honestly don't think it's going to need it just yet. Dantali, Terry, what do y'all think? Everybody, what do you think? Well, that's generally the idea here. Get people fired up about Block World. Modern yet classic. Kind of get this Greco-Roman pillar going on here. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do this here. I need to come back over here with this. As I said, I was doing this as a highlight, and I didn't do it. I know, right? Honestly, probably one of my best builds so far. Although I think the Colosseum back on the old SMP was my best. Yeah, the Colosseum back in the old SMP was my best. All right, now to figure out the schematic cannon. Let's get rid of this stuff here. Get rid of this stuff out of my inventory too. All right, let's see here. Go back to the create. Schematic cannon, or the schematics there. Use as a recipe ingredient for writing a schematic table. Writes, saves schematics into an empty schematic. Give it an empty schematic. Uploads a chosen file from your schematic folder. Okay. Here we go. This is the one that I need, not this one. Okay. Discard the changes. Okay. I think I see what I did wrong here. Okay. Let's... Let's see how big we can make this thing. Oh, wow. We can go pretty big with it. Ah! All right. Now, how do you save it here? Okay. So I get to save it as... I'm just going to go ahead and save it as factory. Okay, now that should save it in my schematic files. Give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and check the folder real quick just to make sure that it's there. If it's there, awesome. Yes, it's there. So I have it, and I will be able to I'll be able to put it down here. So let's go back here, get a blank schematic. Get rid of that. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna need a clipboard. Where are those clipboards? Clipboards, clipboards. There you are. I'm going to set this right here. Set the table right next to it. Let's see here. Go ahead and write this here. Well, I technically would need it here. Okay. Let's write it down. Okay. Schematic. Load the schematic. You're going to need the clipboard here in order to get a checklist. I don't know how to do that. I'm not adding gunpowder yet here. When interface, sneak click, place at the surface. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I need for it here. Let's see. No. Oh, show printer settings. Okay. Skip missing blocks. Protect blocked entities. Okay. Wait. Protect blocked entities. Cannon will avoid replacing data holding blocks such as chests. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. I will figure this out. I will figure this out. I will figure this out. I know that it needs the gunpowder in order to start doing everything here, but I need a checklist. Okay, let me see. Let me just grab a stack of it real quick here. Schematic not positioned here. Oh, yeah. That's right. Give me the schematic here. Let's set it right here. Whoa, okay. There we are. Let's, oh, left off focus. Let's rotate it. Control. Ah. Yeah, let's put it like that. Okay, there's the checklist. That's how you get the checklist. And this is this tells you exactly how much you need of each and every item that is used in the making of it. I was wondering how I did that here. Okay, let's see. 21 stacks. Essentially. Plus 6. Okay. Okay. I need essentially 21 of those. One. Okay. 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 So let's, here's more or less how you end up setting up a schematic cannon, from what I understand. Let me get the chests here. Actually, why am I bothering with chests? Where's the item vaults? There we go. Okay. Set that up like that. And I need andesite door. Let's see here. Andesite door. Oh, I need a chute. Where are you? Item chute. There you are. Item hatch. Because in order to get stuff in here, I need to put an item hatch in there. Put that in there. Okay, so that's one item hatch. Let's see. And that updates the checklist. See? We got that. 25 stone bricks. Stone brick walls. Here we go. And I need 25 of these. Get rid of that stuff here. What's next? I need 3 cut andesite brick stairs here. Three of these. 29 stacks and 44 cut andesite bricks. Okay. Cut andesite bricks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay. Okay, let's see how much more we have left to go here. A lot. Like a lot. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So, we come over here. Let's go back over here. And just put a bunch of these here like this. Screaming goat. I made a lot of these here, so there's going to be a lot of resources that I need. Right now, I can't pull anything out of this vault. I can't pull anything out of it. I need to have a teller and stuff to be able to pull things out of the vault. Thankfully, this little clipboard will update itself with everything that I need or don't need. How much more do I need of that? I don't need anything else, do I? Cut andesite bricks. I've got a little extra. So it won't matter if I've got a little bit extra or not. What's next here? Deep slate bricks. Wait, how much do I need of these? 145, so 2 stacks and 17. And 25. There we are. Dump this stuff in here. Okay. Deep slate pillars. Okay, I need 2 stacks and 2. Okay. Oh. I am planning on using science sorcery, sir. Not witchcraft. Sorcery. think it was 2, right? 2 and how much? Oh, I just need two more here. Eh. Okay, pillar. Oh. Oh no! Phooey. Can't believe I did that. Alright. Alright. I hate it when that happens, but it happens. Okay. Thankfully, I can just pull up a clipboard again. Go back in here and redo the shopping list. Glowstone. So 2 and a few more here. And I believe it said 17. And just double check that here. Oh, I need 29 more. It is authorized by the Codex Astartes, or at the very least, the Codex by the Omnissiah. Are you daring to question my loyalty, the gaming trucker? Ugh. You think you know a guy, and then he goes out and starts accusing you of heresy of all things. Of all things. Accusing me of heresy. Okay, so I need a stack and 6 of lanterns. And again, this is just stack and 6 of lanterns. And what do we got now? Okay. Need layered andesite, layered tough. Okay. Wait, how much? 21 and 6. Oof. I need layered. Let's go over here. That's 18, I think, here. 22, 23, 27, 28, 29. Okay. Like she would report me for this. This is science, my good man. Science! And a little bit of sorcery. After all, we give praise to the Omnissiah here. I mean, you wouldn't have those guns if we didn't pray to the Omnissiah. And perform the rituals so that we might execute the filthy Xenos creatures that are infesting that world that you so dearly wish to convert into a park. Okay, what else do we need here? Layered tough. 3 stacks and 14. And 14. There we go. always good to make sure you have everything. Otherwise, the machine spirit will tear your world asunder. Yes. Okay, and I need polished cut. Okay. Polished cut and a sight. I probably have way more than I need here for this, but I don't care. Let's double check that real quick. How many more do I need? Do I need any more? Yeah, I need 9 more. Okay. Let's go over here. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. 9 more. We could do the Warhammer mod pack after the wrap-up of Project... Oh, dear Lord. That would actually be interesting. And at the same time, scare the absolute crud out of me. Okay. With all that out of the way, it looks like I have everything. I can begin the sacred rites of printing. In the name of the Omnissiah. In the light of his word, I commence printing. And that is the schematic cannon at work. I better get out of the way. Takes a bit, but once you got a good clear area to print from, it just starts printing. I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, this takes a bit. It does it one at a time here, and I think it only goes 63 at a time. Okay, yeah, see, it goes through one at a time here. So it should, yeah, it goes with a full stack of, with a full stack it has a little over, little over 2,500 shots. But because it's going through the rites of printing, I will not interrupt it. Now, the schematic cannon has been known to miss some shots here and there. So I'm going to have to be very careful and pay attention to everything as it comes down. And maybe stay within, shot distance. There we go. Look at her go! Blessings of the Omnissiah. This STC lives again. I don't suppose I need this anymore. How many more shots does this have? Because it's barely, it hasn't even finished the foundation yet. I mean, look at that. Thank you, KofiBot. For anybody new popping in here, I do have a Ko-fi set up here. That's for my art. If you want to go ahead and take a look at it, if you feel like commissioning me, go ahead and drop me a line over there. Or if you just feel like sending a few bucks my way here, you can go ahead and do that as well here. I don't push, I don't shove. In this case here, I just blow things up here and make things at the same time while blowing them up. Because schematic cannon. So Terry, I've got a lot of stuff that I've got to go and make. Takes a while. Takes a long while, and if I go too far, it might end up stopping. How many more shots has it got left here? Okay. Just a little over 200%. Gunpowder charge that's there has only got a few more charges left here, but it's still going. It's barely at the halfway point here. It's barely getting to be at the halfway point. Let's see, I think in two more rows, it's going to be at the halfway point. Exactly at the halfway point. And again, that is just the foundation. The foundation takes the longest to do. Afterwards, everything else, the foundation and the roof are going to take the longest to do. All right, it's at the halfway row. Look at her go. Look at her go. Ah, weather. Curse you. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. There we go. There we go. There we go. Clear that up here. Clear that up. I kind of want to just get a time lapse of this at some point here. I think that's what the half of these clips are going to end up being here. Time lapse. Alrighty. And we're nearly done with the foundation. The walls will go up a lot faster. Because it's just one block. Well, technically two, but you get what I'm saying.
Welcome to Pandora, minion.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the replay mod works or not for this. You look, but you like it too. Okay, I appreciate that, Sentali. I appreciate that. I like the fact that this does all the work for me, and I won't have to do all of this by myself. But I also don't want to have to redo this all by hand, so that's hence why I was going to load the schematic in and get this all set up like this. This does mean that I need to do an awful lot of resource gathering, which means I need to make some tunnel bores. And then a station to get all of the stuff that I need separated out. Exactly. If I want to set up multiple factories or make an add-on to the factory here, I can make a separate little module that I can add on to it here. Oh, that's R. Starting to get dark again. Don't want it to get too dark. It's almost at the end of the foundation. The walls should go up a little quicker. All right, almost one more block on the foundation and we should be good here. Gathering the materials is going to be relatively easy, especially since Terry's already done a lot of the gathering so far. Just don't throw anything away, Terry. I will need it. I will definitely need it. I need everything. All right, and here it comes. It's almost done with the base level. I kind of wish it went faster. I do. I really do wish it went faster. Look at that. It's already starting on the outer wall. Alright. Well, that's good. That's good. And resources. And resources. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. After it's done here, I need to check and see if it missed any blocks. Because if it did, that's something that I'm going to need to look into. Definitely going to need to look into it. Look at it go. Yeah, my only complaint is that it takes forever. I kind of wish it would go a lot faster. But since it's a cannon and not a stress unit powered thing, it's just going to go at its own pace. Just everything just falls right into place. Yeah, I'll be able to take this particular schematic. I'll be able to port it over to the other world here, and I just need to make a schematic cannon to set it all up. But the factories are essentially going to be where we're going to be producing a lot of the things that we're going to need. Like, for example, ammunition, components, other things that we might need here as well. Components for the for guns. No, this is a scaled down version of baritone anyhow. And hell, at this point, I'd say it's faster than baritone. Probably not, actually, but I don't care. I'm not going to botify an account. Alright, wait, what? I'll take a break from watching that. Get back here. Two and one. Perfect. Look at her go. And I think the door is going to be the very last thing that it puts on here. I think it's going just in the order of how everything is assembled. You know, going from the top up, and then the door is just going to be the very last thing that it pops on there. So it uses a secondary. Yeah, no, not gonna worry about it. Besides, this thing carries more. This out-in vault carries more equipment, so it doesn't have to keep going back and forth between a storage location here. Just plop it right down there and then fire everything where it needs to be. At least that's my excuse here. I don't see anybody else offering an excuse. See what it does first, from the look of it, it starts off with blocks and then works its way to any other entities that it might need to work with here. And notice it just kind of places those in the air. It just places those walls in the air as if they're already attached to something. Herm uses secondary account to create the villager build mod, where villagers do the building. Yeah. Look, I unless I'm paying them, I don't want villagers working for me, because they cost an arm and a leg. Have you tried to hire villagers in this economy? Have you tried? They're expensive. I'd rather not try it. I would rather not have to shell out stacks of emeralds. Or worse yet, emerald blocks. Good lord. By the motive force. Ugh. But as a proof of concept, this works. Yeah. Villagers charge emeralds for everything from... Oh, what is it here? From just, trading items here to their services, which emeralds are expensive. They don't appear in a whole lot of biomes here, and you have to go to places that have mountainous terrain in order to find emeralds. And I don't know about you, but I'm broke. I can't afford to hire villagers. I'm surprised that corporate was able to afford to hire villagers to work on that. From what I saw of Terry's report, a death trap. That entire continent is a death trap. But it looks like it's already doing a bang-up job. It's already making it look almost exactly like this. This is going to be the end result. And everything looks like it's going to be in its place. That you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That would be pretty interesting. Looks like it's almost done here. It's got a couple more levels to go. Yeah, about another 4 or 5 levels to go, and it should be done. Then all it has to do is populate all of the lanterns and the door, and it should be good. Soon. It's almost done. It's almost done. It's got a few more levels. And that's going to end up having to be that's going to have to be one entire stream. Gathering the materials, setting the cannon in a good location on a nice uninhabited island, and getting everything situated. But again, I want to have a nice amount of scaffolding on the inside here for me to start setting up essentially what is a glorious factory, a 2-level factory here at least. It'll be big enough to start making a massive cobblestone generator as well as a massive iron farm. Well, I say iron farm, iron production line. And I could always do I could always make a gold production line. I need granite in order to get gold. Granite can be crafted, if I remember correctly, by... Oh, no. Yeah, okay. So granite can be crafted using diorite and nether quartz. I just need to mix it. But when granite is crushed in a crusher, it creates red sand. Red sand then goes on to, and I'm going to go ahead and show this here. Goes on to, here we go. Blasting, washing, here we go. When you wash red sand, you get 2 things here. You get dead bush, and you get gold nuggets. So that will be a gold farm right then and there. So I can have a gold farm as well as a... I can have a gold farm as well as a iron farm in this place here. Doesn't have to be overly complicated with crushers. You can use millstones for that. But once you've got that all set up here, we can essentially make a large farm here. I am going to need to make some cutoff switches. Basically, when any of the vaults get full, that it'll just cut off and won't run anymore here. That, at least not until it empties past a certain amount. That's going to be the that's going to be a tough part here. I need to figure out how to not figure out how to do that here. I need to learn how to do that a little bit better. So I'm going to need to install clutches. I'm going to need to install load sensors, so on and so forth here. All right, guys, I will be right back. I need to use the little Eldritch Abominations room. I'm going to leave this going in the background, but yeah, I need to do this real quick here. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Some things you just can't. You have to not suffer through those here. All right, so now we're getting to the roof of the subject here. And it's already starting to generate bats. I hate bats. Uh-oh. Here we go.
It's smooth jazz.
There we go. Down with the Bat Menace. Thank you, Kofi Bot. The Kofi Bot continues to do its job properly. Let me check something over here on the tube of you here. Ah, yeah. It always goes a little bit, it always lags a little bit behind here, but I just have to adjust it a little bit.
This track's about to
Yes, Kofi Bot does a good job. Not unlike a little angel of chaos as well. That's the only bad part about these massive builds is that they take a long time to finish. I'm sure Kofi Bot, if it could feel, would appreciate the head pats. Unfortunately, it is an unfeeling machine.
Here comes Daddy.
I didn't want to interrupt it here, but I don't think I'm gonna just pause along here. Just let it keep going. How much more ammunition is it using here? Okay, so here's our progress bar here. It's almost done. Still got an entire stack of gunpowder. Looks like it'll get the job done. Ah, there we go. We're at the final level here, the final round. I will kill the bats as they generate. Terry, we haven't even checked to see if dinosaurs spawn underground, have we? Hey, get back here. What fun is there in making sense? That may be something we have to confirm later on here. Morty. Okay, it's almost done. Almost done. Get that. Yeah, the top is going to take forever. But the insides shouldn't take forever. No. Go away. Shoo. No bats in this belfry. Go away. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There. There we go. We're gonna need to confirm that sooner or later. There it comes again. Another pass and more. I think bats are still technically capable of spawning on Project Epsilon. I think after this, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to make myself some lunch. And then, not that thing again here. And then maybe I will load up the art programs here and start making some Project Epsilon, some Project Epsilon art. Stop it. Stop it. Get back here. Hey. Stay still. I think I have it doing solid blocks first, but I should have it do other blocks at the same time here, or all blocks in their proper order. Yeah, I definitely should have it do all blocks in its proper order. Yeah, go yell at people. Go yell at people. Do what you gotta do. I just appreciate everybody stopping in. And I gotta find a way to thank Thantali here for recommending me for a raid here. Not sure what I'm gonna do for that. Turn him into a Sonic character? I don't know. There may not be a need for it, Thantali, but that's something that I do one way or another when I'm in a good mood, is I make art. And I'm in a very good mood. I am in a very good mood. I mean, shoot, I still have 6 viewers here. Oh. And now he's shooting the lights in. He shot the door in. Look at it go. Look at it go.
It's over.
They just appear right through the walls. All right. Proof of concept works. I'm happy. Let me get a wrench here real quick. And I'm gonna pick up this stuff here. When you pick up an item vault, if there's anything left inside of it, it all ends up on the floor unless you pick it up. Wrong thing. Go ahead and stick this over here. I know I could technically take it to the trash bin here. Just get rid of all my stuff there. There we go. And then I have to go back over here and pick up my wrench. Because this stuff is clutter. Oh. So essentially it took 13 pieces of gunpowder to do all of that. 13 pieces of gunpowder is all I need to set this up. That's outstanding. And once it's down, I can't pick it back up. Not unless I glue it all together. Actually, give me a second here. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of chain, get my wrench back out here. Because I need to do something. Stack of chains. Too far apart? How is it too far apart? I've got 64 chains here. It's not too far apart. I've got more than enough chains for this. Fine. It's got to be up top here. Stock ticker. Mr. Whiskers. I can technically make an entire, I could technically make a bartering system if I really wanted to. But I don't really want to do that. Okay, so essentially, these conveyors need to be a certain distance away from each other. Otherwise, you cannot connect them. And you can technically choose which direction you want to go to if there's a split. By looking in the direction you want to go. Ah! But only if you're going in the right way. And you just have to press shift to get off of it. Who said you could give me an egg? All right. Well, I have accomplished what I needed to accomplish, and I have proved the proof of concept. I have been streaming for 3 hours. I am hungry. So I am going to go ahead and end stream right here. I may be back a little bit later to do an art stream. I don't know. Thentali, thank you again. Thentali, can you find me somebody to raid? Let me switch over to just chatting here real quick. So yeah, find me somebody to raid. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? How about Jod Almighty? Let me go ahead and find them real quick here. Let's see here. And that's all. Jod Almighty. All right. We'll go ahead and rate him. Let me see if I can. All right, what should our raid be? What should our raid message be? I got them. They're streaming. Shall we just do a good old-fashioned orc wah? Sounds good. All right. Then let's do it. All right. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a wah. All right. Starting the raid right now. All right. Rating in less than a minute. Okay. I say less than a minute. No, it's more than a minute. My bad. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. 40 seconds. All right, we got 30 seconds. $20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're rating. Haha. All right, I'm going to end my